To another video. The Premier League season starts tomorrow on the 9th of August, and transfer deadline day has just finished, and I'm absolutely delighted, very pleased that it has finished. The stress is all over. Tottenham have signed 4 players this summer: Tanguy Ndombele, Giovanni Lo Celso, Ryan Sessegnon and Jack Clarke. Of course, Jack Clarke went straight out back on loan at Leeds, where he came from. Ryan Sessegnon is a player that we have been after and linked with for a very, very long time. So I'm absolutely delighted that we have finally signed him. Giovanni Lo Celso is on a season loan. Obviously, there is money involved still in the loan deal, but it is a season loan in a view to signing him permanently at the end of the 2019-2020 season. So it'd be really interesting to see how that develops. And of course, Ndombele is our record signing. So if you asked most Tottenham fans at the start or at the end of last season that we would be in this position with these players, and we've still got the likes of Danny Rose, still got the likes of Christian Eriksen, Toby Alderweireld, etc. I think most people would have been very, very happy with that. The only thing that worries me, at the moment it all sounds great, but the only thing that worries me is if suddenly a Spanish club or another country, one of the other clubs across Europe, actually comes in for any of these players. It is worrying that some of them could leave. Certainly players like Christian Eriksen. When you hear reports and see pictures that Danny Rose was actually at the Watford training ground today in a view to him moving there, it obviously says that he wanted to move. He wanted to leave the club, which I think it would be an absolute disaster, and I would love for Danny Rose to stay. But when you see players want to leave and hint that they want to leave, certainly like Christian Eriksen has done as well, then it could be a worry in the next few weeks until all of the transfer deadlines finish across Europe. So, other transfer news today: Josh Onomah signed a permanent contract with Fulham. Of course, Ryan Sessegnon comes to Tottenham, and Josh Onomah went the other way. Cameron Carter-Vickers has actually left the club, just on loan though. This isn't a permanent move. This is he's actually joined Stoke City on loan. So I do wish both of them all the best. Certainly Cameron Carter-Vickers, excellent defender. Perhaps one day we'll get his chance at Spurs, but great experience to go out on loan yet again. So the 2019-20 Premier League season starts tomorrow, and ironically, that is my birthday. It starts off with Liverpool v Norwich, Friday night match at Anfield, and then on Saturday you've got the following games: West Ham v Manchester City, Bournemouth v Sheffield United, Burnley v Southampton, Crystal Palace v Everton, Watford against Brighton, and then the 5:30 kickoff, the one that we are previewing in this video, Tottenham v Aston Villa. On the Sunday, there are 3 matches. There are Leicester v Wolves, Newcastle v Arsenal, and Manchester United v Chelsea. Whatever team you support, whether you're watching this video, if you're a Tottenham fan or a supporter of another club, let me know in the comments section below what you think the predictions of any of these games, what you think the prediction will be. So as I said, the season starts for Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff against Aston Villa. Newly promoted, they were actually promoted to the Premier League in May, having won the playoffs. They actually finished 5th in the Championship. They are managed by Dean Smith, and of course his assistant manager is John Terry, and I've no doubt that John Terry will get a bit of stick when he comes back to Tottenham on Saturday. Now, Tottenham have had a very, very tough pre-season. We have played huge clubs: Juventus, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich and Inter Milan. Tottenham, of course, a couple of weeks ago won the Audi Cup, having beaten Real Madrid and then Bayern Munich on penalties. Tough pre-season for Tottenham, but pre-season is all about fitness, and Tottenham are looking super fit. I know some people didn't think that the Inter Milan game was that great at home. But it is all about the Premier League season. It is all about the preparation for Premier League. And I am really, really excited and cannot wait for the Premier League to start for Tottenham on Saturday. Now, both teams have signed players this summer. Aston Villa have virtually signed a whole brand new team. They've spent a lot of money, even more than Tottenham. But do you think that Tottenham's new signings, do you think that any of them will make their debut against Aston Villa on Saturday? Let me know your predicted lineup in the comments section below. Now, Tottenham do have a very, very good record against Aston Villa. Overall, the head-to-head in the club's history, Tottenham have won 72 matches. There have been 35 draws, and Aston Villa have won 56 games. The last time the sides met was January 2017. Tottenham won 2-0 in an FA Cup tie at White Hart Lane. Ben Davies and Heung-min Son scoring the goals. The last time we met them in the league was on the 13th of March 2016. So it's just over 3 years ago. That was at Villa Park, and Tottenham won that one again, 2-0, Harry Kane brace. Now, Tottenham have only lost once in the last 17 meetings in all competitions. 13 wins, 3 draws and 1 defeat. And the defeat was at White Hart Lane in April 15 when Aston Villa won 1-0. Now, I think it's so important that Tottenham get off to a flying start and get the 3 points because it is a very difficult month. I know it's the old cliche of there is no easy game in the Premier League, and that's true. The first 4 games for Spurs in the Premier League, Aston Villa at home, and then we go to Manchester City next Saturday or Saturday week away, and what a huge game that will be. Then Sunday the 25th of August we play Newcastle at home, and then another big game, Arsenal away at the Emirates on the 1st of September. So it is very, very important that we get off to a good start and get quite a few wins out of these 4 games under our belts. So let me know in the comments section below what your score prediction is for Saturday, the Tottenham v Aston Villa match. I did actually ask Max from a YouTube channel called Villa on Tour, an excellent Aston Villa channel, so please check them out. And the link to their channel is in the description below. I asked Max a few questions about being back in the Premier League and how he feels for this game this coming Saturday. So here are his thoughts. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Come on, you Spurs.
Hello everyone on Chris's channel. My name's Max and I run the Aston Villa YouTube channel called Villa on Tour. I will be in attendance for the big game on Saturday against Tottenham away, and I'm absolutely buzzing. How does it feel to be back in the Premier League? It is absolutely massive. Before we got relegated, we had been in the Premier League every single season, but we got relegated in 2016 and we haven't been back in 3 years. So to be back, it's absolutely fantastic. Like, the money in the Premier League is bigger than it's ever been, with the TV revenue is absolutely unbelievable. So I think in terms of financially and just to be back playing the big boys is absolutely fantastic. And as a Villa fan, I'm absolutely buzzing. I think in terms of us, yes, we've invested a lot. I think we're the second highest spenders in the Premier League after Man United, after they just splashed out 80 plus million on Maguire. But we spent over 130, and I don't think we're done. The deadline is in a couple of days. I think there'll be a couple more coming in before then. So I think we had to invest. We lost, it must have been about 15 players in the summer. You look at the loan players that went back. We had a lot of loan players. We were very dependent last season on loan players. And I think we let go about 8 players because it was the end of their contract. Like Alan Hutton was former Tottenham lad, actually, coming to the end of his career. Whelan, Jedinak, players like that. They were never ever going to cut it in the Premier League. So people are saying, oh, they've bought too many players, but we have had to. We let 15 plus go, so we did need to sign a lot of new players. And I think the investment so far is good. We bought back a few of the loan players. You look at El Ghazi, Tyrone Mings, and I think, yeah, the recruitment's good. A lot of players have worked with Dean Smith before as well. But in terms of Tottenham, I think they've got a very, very good squad. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely up there. I think that Ndombele, apologies if I pronounced that wrong, the new strong midfielder that they've brought in is a very good signing. I think they needed that big brute in midfield. And I think, yeah, they've got a very, very good squad. I'm not particularly buzzing to go against it, but you know, I'm very excited. I think the stadium is unbelievable. I'm going to put it out there. I think it's the best in the United Kingdom, and I cannot wait to go there on Saturday. Now, you see all these like new bowl stadiums in the Premier League, like Leicester, Southampton, Derby County in the Championship. They're all sort of the same, but I think Tottenham is unbelievable. I think that stand behind the goal is up there with the best stands in football, along with the whole end, of course. But yeah, the stadium is absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to visit there on Saturday. Now, I know Ali and Son are out for the game. Of course, that helps. I think Son got suspended I think it was Bournemouth last season. That's only going to help. Son, I'm a huge fan of Son. I think he's an incredible player. And he's got so much flair, and he's such a good player. And I'm buzzing that we don't have to play him. I'm not going to lie to you, because I think he would cause problems for our defence. But Ali, I'm not the biggest fan of Ali. I might get a bit of hate for this, but I don't really see what he offers too much. Now, don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but I'm not too bothered. I'm more buzzing the fact that Heung-min Son isn't playing in this game. And of course, it gives me more confidence going into the game. And yeah, it does give me confidence. I do think we can get something out of the game, more even so, because Son and Ali aren't playing now. If I had to give a score prediction for the big game, opening game of the Premier League season, I can really see it going either way. I know Harry Kane isn't always the best in August, and I know that Tottenham aren't always the fastest starters, but I do think I wouldn't be massively surprised if we do get a result now. I'd take a draw. I'd bite your hand off for a draw right now. If I had to give a score prediction, I'd say 2-2. I can see us going 1-0 up, maybe, and then you put pegging us back, but I think I'm very optimistic going into this game. Some people might call me naive for going into this game with a lot of optimism, but I am looking forward to it. I'm buzzing for the atmosphere, the new stadium, absolutely buzzing. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to Villa on Tour. As I said, I'll be there on Saturday. Thank you very much, and up the Villa.